Thank you so much for coming through. Please remember to subscribe if you have not already done so. So this video is part 2 of the video where I was talking about my experience with narcissistic abuse in the hands of a pastor that I was going to marry. So we left it at when he now left Joburg, which is his home. So Joburg is where his home is. So when he would come to Joburg, he would be coming to visit his family and of course to see me as well. So he left Joburg for these relatives because he couldn't go back to Nelspruit. You can check out part 1 for the full story. And so now it's just before New Year's. He is in that village and I had to visit my cousin on the 31st in Kwaggafontein, which is also in Mpumalanga, but it's not close to his Mpumalanga, like it's close to Pretoria. So I was nowhere near where he was. It was still like the same distance as being in Joburg. So actually one of the reasons why I visited my cousin is because on the 31st I was supposed to be moving, or at least just before the 31st, I was supposed to be moving to a new place which he was going to help pay for, and now his money was no longer coming, and I had also given him some money which had now destabilized my budget. So I had to go visit my cousin and told myself that okay, I'll just come back when money comes together, just before schools open, and then I'll move then. Anyways, so now I'm in Kwaggafontein. He is in that village. Things a bit tense because remember the tension of the whole Christmas situation, and then he's also acting a bit dodgy around his phone. Sometimes you don't reach him and it's network, it's this, it's that. It was a whole lot of stories until he had to go back to Nelspruit. And when he had to go back to Nelspruit, I remember I had to pitch in again and give him money because he still didn't have money. So I gave him the money, but I'm waiting. I mean, remember kaloku ulindele ezazikhunyulo zakhe, akhumule ezazikhunyulo zakhe wayendibonise zona kwi-invoices. So nemali yam ndiyamnika onzima naqala because okokuqala yena self he had given me money. Okwesibini ulindele izikhuntyulo, and I'm gonna benefit so much kwezi zikhuntyulo because okokuqala zizawundilobola ezi zikhuntyulo, zizawundithengela iimoto ezizikhuntyulo, ezikhuntyulo zizandisa ezantsi bha, so inintsi into ezawuza zikhuntyulo. So then I give him the money, he goes back, he's frustrated about the money that's not forthcoming, and then I eventually tell him, because now it's getting close to schools opening and like there's still no money. So I tell him that, you know what, you don't have to worry, the kids and I will just stay here. I feel like staying here. And I think at that time, I was already even strained by the relationship. Like I just needed a breather, like from Joburg, from everything and whatnot. It was a lot. So I was like, I'm staying here. I'll just get a school for the kids. And then I'll just stay here. Also trying to get him some relief because I didn't want him to be stressing about me as well when he is stressed about his money not coming. So now we sort out him going back. He goes to the bank, this, that. He still doesn't get the money. Okay, life carries on. Obviously now people have gone back to work and things are getting more and more tense in the relationship, like where he now won't answer his phone, and when I ask about it, it will be like, kanti wena why uzosoloko uxabise umjolo, awuboni uba lixesha loba abantu bayasebenza ngoku kuvuliwe emisebenzini for uba wena uzobe uhoye umjolo tontontonto. Like he was starting now to really get aggressive in the way that he was speaking to me, like he just didn't care. Before he would do it and still, fake apologize. Now he wasn't even apologizing anymore. He would go a day without talking to me, and then later when I eventually get hold of him, it will be a story of, it's like basically I'm nagging. So now things are getting tense. Now another thing that has started now is that everything that we are planning, remember we are planning a wedding. So in these plans, like everything that we talk about towards the whole them going to Eastern Cape for Lobola and whatnot. So everything that we talk about, now it's a clash. Suddenly he doesn't understand the white wedding thing anymore. The very guy who was always sending me wedding venues and everything and excited about the white wedding, he doesn't understand why we should do a white wedding. If I don't have money to pay for the white wedding, who do I think is gonna pay? So Mina, I want a white wedding that I can't even pay for in Nani, and what he knows is his culture and his tradition, so he's only gonna do a traditional wedding. And the other thing was premarital counseling. He doesn't understand why we should go to premarital counseling, because people at premarital counseling, they're very fake. He's a pastor, he knows these things. He sees people fake this premarital counseling thing. All we need to do is to just get someone who is, just get an elderly couple that's basically going to be our mentors. And I was like, this is dodgy. I mean, why does this guy not want? And at this time, because he started acting really weird, so I'm like, maybe this guy doesn't want to go to premarital counseling because he knows that they're gonna tell the truth. And I was banking on the premarital counseling in order for me to basically express everything that I was concerned about, because now remember, I had gotten to that stage of walking on eggshells. I was scared now to ask him anything, because if I ask anything, if I say anything I don't like, whatever, then he's gonna burst. So now I was banking on this premarital counseling that he, even the premarital counseling, now he doesn't want. I remember, because my phone is always on speaker, like when I talk to someone, my phone will be on speaker, so everyone in the house will be hearing, like my kids, my cousin. So I remember this time when we were discussing the traditional wedding thing, he was very aggressive about it. And I remember after dropping the call, my cousin said, "Yo sisi, ukhohlakele lo bhuti uzotshata naye." And that stung, you know when the truth stings, like that stung. And I was like, you know what, this is true. Like I can feel it. I can feel this guy's cruelty, and I'm still going ahead with this, And at this point, everything is tense. Like this guy hates everything about me. Everything that he's ever liked about me, he hates it. The guy that used to beg me for videos is Zabo, because I like Sarah Jakes and Torrey Roberts. So he would beg me for those videos, like, "Oh, I enjoy this, your pastors, yazi in nani. Why didn't you send me the videos today? I see us being like this in nani." I remember helping him with his church logos and his church deco, and I was making some suggestions and showing him like pictures from a backdrop, yase 1LA, like all those things. Guys, how narcissists will turn everything around in a way that you will not even believe, like you will be confused. So now suddenly he hates even these videos, these pastors that I watch, because I want to turn him into Torrey Roberts. He hates everything about me, my beauty. Beauty is not everything. I don't care about your beauty. I don't care that you can cook. I don't care that everyone thinks you are smart. I don't care that everyone celebrates you. I don't care. Hey, there was nothing that he cared about. And I would be like, but what do you care about? What should I do? Because in that moment, I'm so desperate, like, for something. Like, can he give me something that's gonna take me out of this misery, that's gonna make him happy for once? Because right now there is nothing that he's happy about. There is nothing that he likes about me. So he's not forthcoming with what it is that he cares about or what it is that he wants from me, but he just doesn't want everything about me now all of a sudden. I remember him saying, just basically giving me the roles as umamfundisi weso duty. These are the things that I'm going to do, like I'm gonna lead the church, this. And I'm saying, like, he knows that, like, I have Demsela Rise, which is a ministry of, women, but I deal with women like me, like women from the streets. I deal with women who understand my lingo, who understand my dressing, who understand who I am. And so now he says that I'm going to be leading an entire church's women's ministry of old people. Like, his church is a church of old people, like of old people. So I'm telling him that I don't think I'm capable of that. I don't think I'll be able to do that, because I don't believe that by virtue of being a pastor's wife, it means you must head the women's ministry. Whoever was heading that department can just go ahead. I'll be an usher if I must or whatever, because I'm still a child of God at the end of the day. Hayi ke nalapho wandithuka ngoba mna wathini inkinga yakho wena ugcwele istradi la ikhanda lakho inani, why can't you do this? Ujwayele mos udemsela razi, you go around speaking everywhere, why yinezoxaka. Ngithi okokuqala the language barrier lapha yakhuluma iswati, angeke ngikhona ukukhuluma iswati mina, and andizohamba ndiyokhulumishela ogogo phaya. Yo guys, ayike kwaba indaba ukuthi mina ngigcwele istradi la ikhanda lami, and I mean, even if like that was the case, okay, I'm this straight girl, the one thing you can do, and I'm your choice, you chose me knowing what I'm like that. If you wanna throw me in such a deep end, then guide me gently, like, okay, no baby, it's fine, I'm gonna guide you, like I'm gonna maybe get you an older woman who's gonna show you the ropes, and then you'll be fine. But no, umtu is just forcing me into it njengoba like okusalayo. I remember even my Facebook, mna Facebook I was just that person who's carefree, like talk about everything. He would come and say, he's very covert, like he's not gonna be so blatant about other things, especially things of control. He's just gonna make suggestions, like with covert narcissists, a lot of times they are very suggestive in their control. So they will throw it on you, and then when those controller win. So a grandiose narcissist will probably just isolate you from your people, like just like that. You're not gonna go to your friends and whatnot. A covert narcissist will be that person who wants to. I just want to spend more time with you. I just want to. That time he's isolating you from your people. So even with this one, like he would say things like, people inbox me and complain about your post ukuthi uzoba ngumamfundisi onjani ini nani. That thing is gonna leave you with that guilt yokuthi nyani ke ngizoba ngumamfundisi, maybe now sekumele ndizigade into endizayenza iposta. Uyabona ba kancinci I'm losing myself, because ngoku I must change who I am, I must watch what I post, and of which what I post is an extension of who I am. So it was now getting that tense until this one time I had sent him a picture where I was wearing my pajama shorts and then ngitaye iduku la yachisa mozembumalanga ndizithayile nje iduku. So ndifila sexy kuba nquma lo bhuti mani kudala se-tense, ngathi ndimsendele something maybe izomkhuthaza benelanga elihle umfundise kube muncu. Yesana ndayisenda ke ipicture ndixelela uba wafona immediately. Man of God, why are you sending me such a picture? Also, you are trying to use your body to entice me. You think you can use your body to impress me. Your body is not all there is to you. Mina, I'm not impressed by sex. Mina, this, that. Guys, I was so hurt. Like, I was so hurt. That hurt me so much. That hurt me so much. I mean, him saying that, I felt it also had to do with my own backstory, my own backstory, like where I come from and stuff like that. So he was basically taking jabs at that, that basically all I know is to use my body and my beauty to lure men or whatever. And I was so hurt. I took that very personally. I'm like, guys, this is not even a picture where maybe I'm in lingerie or whatever. Like, it's just like a picture where I'm just trying to be nice. So I remember even prior to that, conversations that we would have, Angithi Tina, we're not having sex. So obviously the only thing we can do is to communicate about it, because we need to know who likes what, how, and if everything is gonna balance and connect, and So beseyidikwa ke ngoku engasazithanda ezo sex talks ba why wena usoloko uthetha ngesex, uyithanda gqithi sex, you think that's all there is to like. Guys, we're talking decently, like it's not like I'm saying ba hey I'm gonna jump you or this, like we're talking just decently, and then he just switches on me on some when uyithanda gqithi sex. As the sex ayiyo nento endiyibhedeshileyo. Those who know me know like ba isex ayiyo kwa into endiyibhedeshileyo. Uzotyolwa ngobhedesha isex. So ngale mini ke yepijama ndaba had to a point where I had to send him a message. I sent him a message And in that message, I expressed how I felt about what he said. I didn't like it, and this and this and that. And then message sent, and then blue ticks, and then umfundisi. I'm like, yo, pelimini. I'm like, hayi right usayetyisa. You know xa uqomba umntu like uyikhuphile nawe le nto ibilapha kuwe. So nqomba hayi right makayetyise sana then uzawubuyela kum ke xa seyinento yothetha. Hayi kuphela ilanga. Following day now I'm worried phela akukaze kwenzeke ukuthi size silale singakakhulumi. Excuse me. In all the tensions that we had heard prior, like sasingakaze side silale, like kuthiwe kuphelile nje ilanga. Hi sana, following day ngiqomba hayi kaloku good morning, how are you? Hayi ndibona ungabuyelanga kum. I hope my message didn't offend you. Akho kani offensive ke sana kule message, qha ke obviously sendiyazicengezelela. Usisi wenu ke sana lo uhlale sithi mawatshiswe, uhlale sithi they deserve nothing, kodwa yena sana uyicenga indoda adamongoze. Ndim ke ngokulowo ba, hi, if there's anything I did wrong, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just expressing this blue ticks. Hi, blue ticks. And now I'm thinking, okay, at least tomorrow is Sunday. I'm banking on the Sunday, which at least this is a minister of the word of God. He can't go to church and come back. Go to church, minister, and come back. So now I'm banking on the Holy Spirit to convict her. Because I know nakumba, once I go into prayer or go to church, even if the Holy Spirit will convict me. So now I'm banking on that. Plus, we are in a relationship, like we should be talking. That's what people in a relationship do, like they talk. So why are we blue ticking each other? Hayi sana andi blue ticke ubhuti nangecawe after church ndimlo, how was church? Blah blah blah. Hayi andithethiswa. Hayibo. Yo, mase ndiqala ukuba anxious, like, and what's going on? Like kwenzeka nto ndiyalahlwa kuthini? Then noba ke ngoku on the Monday, then he sends a message he responds to whatever I sent you know what, I just need time to reflect. Yo, mandisayonqani ke ngoku le reflection sana. I want izawuthini, izawuthatha ixesha elingakanani. Hayi nyandithule lugqitha usuku lokuqala le reflection. And now on the second day I'm thinking, I don't want to be the rebellious wife, yabo. I must be a noble wife. I must be a Proverbs 31 woman, you know. I must be that woman of noble character. Ndibonakalisa uba ndiyi-wife material, ndi-ready for uba ngumamfundisi, ndi-ready for umtshato. So akazothi utata xa iqumbile nam ndiqumbe. So it means uba mna mandizavele ndimane ndizotshekha iweather uba injani. So ndimane nditshekha ukuba unjani, I hope your reflection ihamba kahle, don't hope you can come back to me soon, don't cwaka. No response, guys. Hey zihamba ke ngokwintsuku. Hayi ngoku I'm really worried. Hey kubi ke ngoku kum, like ku-tense because sana ayibo kanti le reflection ayide ibe naziphumo nakucaca bakuyathem. Hayi zihambe intsuku. I remember now even calling the friend that had hooked us up because now I feel like ngathi kanti ndikwi-emotionally abusive relationship apha. So ndimbuza, but do you think I'm in an emotionally abusive relationship? And she was like, no, maybe it's because you guys now kukhona niqala ke ngokuclasha, like the relationship now has moved from the honeymoon phase, so you are just getting to know each other, so hence the clashes. I don't think he's not that kind of person who wouldn't tell you if engasakufuni or whatever. Okay, hayi zihambe intsuku. Hayi nami kube nalapho ngiqonde sometimes uba okay, you know what, ngoku nami ndizawuzithulela kaloku. Mhlambe ndithule noba yilo 2 days. Bandithulile mna. Mhlambe lo 2 days. Then he's gonna say something just enough to lure me back to uba mandiphinde ndibo. Guys, in that silent treatment, so much happened that I can't express in words, because a lot of narcissistic abuse is very covert, is very evil, is very dark, like you can't even express it. Like the things that that he would do. One of those things is that, for instance, he was no longer talking to me on WhatsApp. He was talking to me on Messenger because like there is these messages that he's sending, without saying much. Like he would send these subtle messages, like him, but if he has anything to say to me, he will say it on Messenger, and then I will have hope, okay, things are gonna get better, and then I would start begging again, apologizing. You guys, and apologize kanja elifini yami. As a result, I learned from that I will never ever again apologize when I'm not wrong, just because ndithi for the sake of peace. And I will never ever ndithi umuntu xa ethulile ndimthethise. Umuntu othuleyo nam ndizawuthula iske iphele i-relationship. Hey, in that time ye-silent treatment, uyabhala ku-Facebook wakhe, kunezinto nje la elifini ekumele uke uvele uske uziyeke. Kumane kunyuka amagama once ku-team liPenguin. Yo guys, lapho I'm thinking, hayi kaloku izicacelele ndim le nto izawuyekwa ku-team liPenguin. As a result, guys, ndisayizonda nangoku la Penguin. Like xa ndibona imuve ku-team lala Penguin, yo ndivele ndibuyelwe yilaa nto. So ndim ke ngoku loo ndiyam-inbox ba, I hope I'm not learning about the end of our relationship on Facebook because I just saw your post. What makes you think I'm talking about you? That's the problem about you. You think you are important. You think everything revolves around you. You think everything is about you because you've got these fans, Zako. You think I'm also your fan. What makes you think if bendifuna ukuxelela leyo nto bendingazi ukuyitsho? Guys, the gaslighting, like, you know what this is meant to just unsettle you. And then I was like, okay, now back in my corner of waiting for the reflection. And then ndayilinda ke ngoku i-reflection kwakho, andithi iPenguin kuthiwe ayitimleli mna. Guys, nezinye ndizawuzilibala yazi, but ndawuzikhumbula xa maybe sendiphinda dealing with whatever, and then at least now I'll be quoting things from a story that you already know. So after that one of the things that he desperately wanted was for us, you guys was for us to post on Facebook. Ati yena, the ex-wife is busy posting, why can't we post it in yena? Why can't he post his happiness? Nithi mina, why happiness yakho kumele uyiprove ku Facebook? Because if you are happy, you are happy. You don't want to be those people ekukuthi bona xa bafuna uprove ku Facebook xa happy, and a lot of times those people are not even happy. They usually post maybe umuntu because ugqiba uphoxa ku-inbox or whatever, yabo. Hayi, nithi kona umbona phi ba uyaposta? Atiba, no, my sisters tell me, and now that I know ukuthi kwangena kwa sisters that tell him Tony wayem stalker the way naman stalker ngakhona, and I won't be surprised if nale video uyibukele, like stalker of note. So wayem stalker atyeke ba ugelo unwabile, so funeka naye ade azoprova eyakhe i-happiness ba naye unwabele naqala apho akhoyo, plus abonwe nalomuntu onwabe naye. Yo mna ke guys, andifuna into opostwa ke mna nama ndiposti mntu nandipost noba ulahlekile, and andifuna upostwa mna because xa ubusy phaya kwi-inbox ufuna ama-big fat pussy, uhlaza abani, ngubani luzojonga ngabantu bayiclown. Andifuni mna uba ndazi uba ndiyiclown kabani, ube ndijonge ukuthi shem iclown yakhe ayazi uba kwi-inbox zethu sana hayi nene. So nje, now that I am desperate, kwale nge-Valentine's ndiposte, qoma ndizaposta ke ngoku because ndizama uku-impress. I think it was after one of those days where he had said something engathi kune-hope yoba sesizawubuyela kwi-reflection. So ndiposte, but obviously ndiyikhathile ubuso. Xa ndifake loo caption endingasayikhumbuli uba yayisithini. and inbox sana phofu akayilayikanga noyilayika loo picture. Phofu ke wayengasazilayiki kwazona ii-picture zam kwapost zam kwantoni seyiphumene nje nento enam nakwi-social media. And inbox uba ya uyabona uba wenza le nto uthetha ngayo because uyathanda ucimba ucleva kaloku. Njengoba ucimba ucleva nje ufika uthetha uba abanye abantu baposta because bona befuna uprove ipoint babe bengasekho happy ntontoni. Uyazibona uba nawe uyaposta ngoku because asisekho happy ntontoni. Yabona guys undibetha ngoswazi lam for ntoni, like akho need, like at this point ndikwi-moment of desperation. Hey guys, la bhuti. Phofu on his Facebook, one of the things that he would do, I think I'm gonna end this video with this story because I don't want it to be too long. Yo, yasokolisa video end, editor and everything. So I'm gonna end it with this story, and then I will do a part 3 whereby like everything. So what he would do, this guy, him and the ex-wife are not in good terms. She has moved to where he doesn't know, and then he would go to the children's school, and then afike abiza abantwana acela abantwana athathe nabo pictures aposte ku Facebook angconywe ke yo, and people know what he's divorced, so it means ukuthi izinto zakhe zihamba kahle because naku ikwazi nofota nabantwana angconywe, you are such a great father tontoni. And then now I would say to him, I don't think this is okay though. I think you should focus more on building a relationship with your ex-wife so that you guys can co-parent in a healthy way, as opposed to you just going to the school, taking pictures with the kids, and then sekaboni pictures zabantwana bakhe ku Facebook or esiva ngabantu if ublockile. And then this other time, this is where I now knew ukuthi lo bhuti ukhohlakele okwangempela. Then this other time, he then went, okay, mna ndibona pictures on Facebook zabantwana who are very unflattering, like uyabona nje bangabantwana, bona abantwana bam xa bezihlela apha endlini bebezidlalela banemifinya yabo batheni bangcolile nje, ubapostile ke benjalo ku Facebook, and uyabonakala ba ebengekho kwakhe. So it means he was at this woman's house, and in my mind and I'm thinking, okay, it means but they've worked things out, so it means at least they are getting there. So now ndiyambuza ba, oh ubuya khona abantwana, yeah I went, bese qala vele ba aggressive, yeah I went, and akho umuntu uzangixelela ba mandithini ngabantwana bam, akho umuntu uzangixelela ba mandenze ntoni ngenze ntoni ngabantwana bam. Ngithi mina, so what did you do, like nenze njani ni writing ngokuno girl? No, asikho right. Wazinjani ubuhlala phi? I have my ways. Yabona sister Kanya, I have my ways. Okay, ufike wathini ke ngokuphaxa kanti anikathethisani no girl? Ndifike ndahlala ecouchini ndancokola nabantwana bam, and then I took pictures with them just so you can post them on Facebook. And then xa iziposta ku Facebook, apho ke ndaqonda uba lo bhuti ukhohlakele nyani. Xa iziposta ku Facebook uyanconywa ke ngoku ba ku Facebook ba, yo Pastor, you are such a great father. How do you do it? Like, in your situation, izinto zibe like uyakwazi abantwana so athi you must respect their mother. Where when he stopped this woman, went to her house unannounced, took pictures of her kids in a state that I don't think any woman would want her kids uba kupostwe pictures zabo benjalo, like ndaqonda yini lo bhuti guys ukhohlakele. Enye inkohlakalo, hayi ndizawuvala ngale story. So this guy, of course we started dating, and then obviously would comment on each other's posts and stuff like that. There are people who are skilled on Facebook to pick up ukuthi oh I laba ngathi sebayajona. So I think my Facebook friends that would pick up ukuthi ngathi kuna something between mina naye bebezom-eda, and then you'd be like ingathi sekunabangani bakho abaninzi from your Facebook abani-edayo and mina manje ngiyaba-remove. I remember there's even a friend of mine, like a personal friend, that he removed, and I was like I feel so bad, like uzothi umuntu onjani, like knowing ba you are my boyfriend, don't. And then now there is this woman that I was Facebook friends with, we were very close. Like, she was, much older than me, but we were very close. Like, she liked me, I liked her. And I think because of Dinglomtu Ndinguye, whose Facebook was very controversial, there must be something maybe that I said, that I posted, that maybe offended her. I assume because she unfriended me. Obviously, she wouldn't just unfriend me. And when I noticed which she unfriended me, I was very hurt. But I wasn't going to go and ask her because I don't believe in crossing people's boundaries. So if umntu endikhupile kuye, I don't even believe ba xa undikhatha off you must explain to me why undikhathe off, ndawuzifundela kwezam or ndisela amanzi ndiqola. So now now he tells me ukuthi, hey, there's this woman so and so who was commenting on my post about, hey, I look like I'm in a happy relationship and it's a Xhosa woman. So it means ukuthi she added him naye, which means maybe she was following me because my profile was open for following, so she was still seeing my posts, so she could pick up like other people, and then she added him, and then she commented that, and then you goes bang bani, who's this? It's a Xhosa woman. Did him know this lady? We were friends kanje this story. Yakomba bonke abanye abantu ebeba unfriend sitting. Does he not inbox this lady and start a friendship with her by, oh, I see you've been commenting on my posts, it's nice to be friends with you, let's keep this friendship, and for some reason he screen grabs this and sends it to me. I think wayikilwa nje ngithixo ba yaba red flag leyo kum ethi lo bhuti khona into aphezu kwayo. Uyaqomba kuleli xesha relationship yethu say tense, so that means ukuthi but that tension, it was the one before the actual silent treatment, but it was like tense, but we're still talking. So now, in the little that I knew about emotional abuse, I knew ukuthi abantu in this case, now that I know about narcissists, so I'll just say narcissists. Narcissists are very good at triangulation, which is basically building allies with people that have a problem with you. Like, they are fans of people who have a problem with you, because remember, they must prove ukuthi you are the bad person. So when they have people that they're gonna say ukuthi, like, remember when I was giving those examples ukuthi, the things that they like saying, like ukuthi, yeah, even so and so thinks you are a bad person, even people on your Facebook think you are bad, they are even unfriending you. So I think maybe he even wanted to get the backstory from her ukuthi, on her side, what's the real reason. I don't know how far their conversation went, because I wasn't talking to the lady and he didn't tell me further ukuthi, how far it went. But I know now ukuthi narcissists are very good at triangulation. That means building allies with people that have a problem with you, or even turning people against you, people that you have a good relationship with. They manage to turn, like, scatter friendships, scatter families, like it's their speciality. So it's one of the things that he did. But anyways, I will end this off in this silent treatment thing, whereby I am now here still waiting for the reflection ukuthi kuzobuya kuthini. And now it's after the Valentine's thing, where now I'm called out for ukuthi nam cacile ndiyifake because don't. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this here, and then I'm gonna continue with the story in the next video. This is just so that this video is not too long. So yeah, remember to subscribe. I've noticed that a lot of my viewers are not subscribed. It's free to subscribe, guys, and I'm not gonna see who it is that's subscribing. So even if you're a friend of me, you can subscribe. I won't see it, like let's just get this vibe going. So yeah.